part 2 of our EMA Cloud rant with AJ Gulati of ZeroStack. We want to talk about the whole hyperscale idea. That was the reason why OpenStack was necessary. That was the big pain point, this whole discussion about pets versus cattle. We want to have cattle so that we can add on a ton of scalability and not incur a proportionally increasing operations cost. That's what it's all about, AJ, right?
Yes, absolutely. I think the way we have designed the solution is essentially you can start with a private cloud, which is as small as a 2U node, which has 4 servers in it. And then as your demand grows, you can just keep on adding more nodes. And you don't have to worry about where the management services are running and how to scale all of these things together.
Mm-hmm.
So that sounds to me pretty much like a software-defined cloud, or maybe even like more accurately a private cloud as a service. Is that right, Ajay?
I think it is partially right. We are essentially providing a private cloud that customers don't have to manage, and we take care of management and operations. So they rack and stack a couple of ZeroStack boxes in their data center, and then the consumption happens through the SaaS layer. So it pretty much looks and feels like AWS, but everything is running, all the workloads are running on premises. And we take care of operations and monitoring through the cloud-based big data layer where we are collecting a lot of telemetry information.
Mm-hmm. And that telemetry information really is across organizations, so that one organization benefits from the data you recorded for the body of your overall customers, right? For all of the organizations, you learn to predict issues before they happen.
Absolutely. So I think we are collecting all that data in our big data layer so that we do analytics to give part of it to customers so that they know when to buy more machines, what kind of resources they are running out of, and what their applications are doing. And second is to help with our own support team so that we can collect data across customers and figure out how to give them proactive support and even detect problems before they happen. And we are a unique vendor in this space because we control both sides. We are not collecting data on somebody else's boxes where we cannot influence the final outcome. In our case, we can build a very tight control loop system where you can, like a thermostat, say, this is what I want, and we can make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. AJ, can you tell me a little bit about how the upgrade process works? Like, is there downtime? I'm asking because I see huge issues with customers, be it VMware, be it OpenStack. How is ZeroStack doing in that respect?
Absolutely. Actually, upgrade is something I have seen firsthand that a lot of customers struggle with in a cloud environment. Right. So what we have built in ZeroStack is two things. One, the upgrade is delivered via the SaaS layer itself. So you would see an upgrade being available on the SaaS layer for your on-premise piece, which would get upgraded roughly once every 6 months. And once you see that, you basically say, I want to do it in this time window. And then we go ahead with a rolling upgrade where we upgrade one server at a time. And we take care of migrating the VMs and making sure that there is no downtime during the upgrade. In addition to that, the upgrade of the SaaS portal itself, that is completely taken care of by ZeroStack, and customers don't have to worry about it. So every week we would add new features and workflows on the SaaS layer so that we can deliver features very quickly without customers having to dealing with any upgrade on the SaaS side.
And based on our research, upgrades is really probably the number one topic that killed OpenStack from the beginning. We all remember customers on stage at even OpenStack conferences who said, yeah, I love it, but I can't upgrade it, so I'm 2 versions behind. That kind of always came out when a journalist or somebody asked. And it was always, you think, man, I mean, if that's like this, then how is this ever going to catch on in the enterprise? And AJ, the last question, we are almost out of time. The last question is about public cloud on containers. Could you have public cloud like Amazon or Azure as a deployment target? And what are your plans for supporting containers?
That's a great question. So we are already integrating with public clouds like AWS so that you can look at that as an additional provider and you can either migrate workloads back and forth from AWS, or you can provision to AWS also.
Mm-hmm.
And similarly, containers, I think of that as just another packaging for your apps. And we support packaging your apps and running it either as a VM or as a container on the same underlying platform. In my mind, it's almost like as a enterprise, you should make two decisions. You want to deploy an app. Does it belong to a public cloud or a private cloud? And then does it belong in a VM or in a container?
Right.
And we let you decide any of these things and do that operation from the single ZeroStack control plane and the SaaS UI.
So ZeroStack really has the ambition to provide this single pane of glass across infrastructures, but where you can place your workloads, you can monitor them, you can upgrade them, you can migrate them again in the future. That single pane of glass for everything that you have in your data center. Very ambitious vision. AJ, thank you very much for patiently answering our questions. And this was another episode of EMA Cloud Rants.
Thank you, Torsten.